Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. It's a new week, it's a new day. We're going to be taking a look at some sweet off-meta decks today. Blizzard put up a post a couple of days ago with some high-performing off-meta decks, which Hearthstone did pick up. Thank you to Flux Flasher for putting up the post, putting up the decks. We're going to play a couple of them today, starting with the Tempo Rogue. So Tempo Rogue has been I guess the playing second fiddle to Odd Rogue for the past couple of months when it comes to ladder performances and tournament performances and things like that. However, there has been a resurgence in a lot of these kind of Faldori Strider mid-range decks, and this Tempo Rogue kind of has jumped up as being, you know, I think we're almost at a 70% win rate at Legend here. And a lot of that has to do with that kind of chunky turn 3, turn 4, turn 5 core of Rogue, and we can really back it up with a lot of these tools that Odd Rogue just doesn't get. So we'll take a look at some of the cards in here. So we get to play some zero cost cards because we're not Odd Rogue. We've got some backstabs in here, preparation, shadow step. So this backstab's going to help us control the board early. Preparation can be combined with cards like Myra's Unstable Element, a Fan of Knives in particular, and a couple of other spells in here for these 2-drops here. And Shadow Step can also be used to get some extra triggers from our SI7 agent, reset an Elven Minstrel, get another Vilespine maybe, which is something that really in Odd Rogue, Vilespine is one of our most powerful cards. However, we only have access to 2 of them, so you kind of have to play it safe, and having this Shadow Step in here means we can you know, get another Vilespine in here. And that's really quite important. Onto the 1-drops, we've got Firefly as the sole 1-drop in the deck. We've got 2 of them. And actually checking out some stats on HS Replay, this is one of our highest mulligan win rate cards. So we're really going to be wanting to mulligan aggressively for Firefly, make sure we have some early board pressure, particularly against a lot of aggressive decks. We want to have a piece on the board so that we can start prodding and probing, maybe get some good trades, maybe get some damage on some key minions, which we can use, you know, our Fan of Knives or our like shivs in order to kill them. So that's going to be really important. Cold Blood, obviously a nice finisher. We've got this selection of sweet 2-drop spells here. No 2-drop minions, just 2 saps, 2 eviscerates, 2 shivs. Shiv, not a card we have a lot of experience with in a fair non-combo deck, but so it'll be interesting to see how we go with this. We're certainly no Tempo Rogue expert if you're looking for some expert play. Eviscerate, nice flexible removal spell, or some reach. And Sap, I think this is going to be really good. There's a lot of people trying to do shenanigans with cubes and stuff like that now, and Sap is pretty well positioned for that. Onto the 3-drops, we've got some nice ones here. Van Cleef, this is one of the better Van Cleef decks out there. You know, in Odd Rogue, we usually play Van Cleef as like a 6/6, which is still fantastic for a 3/3. But this deck can really get some chunky boys going on. Looking at some 10-10, 12-12 Van Cleefs, and hopefully we can close the game out with that. Fan of Knives is, as we were talking about before, really well positioned right now. There are a lot of decks that are kind of would struggle against Fan of Knives. I think a lot of them take advantage of the fact that there's not a lot of decks out there that are playing those low drop sweepers, other than a lot of priests and things like that. So and also combines very well with the prep to keep the deck cycling through. My beautiful pig son, the Hench Clan Thug, young Thugger right here. This is the premium 3-drop of the deck. In addition to Firefly, we also really want to hit our Hench Clan Thug, and this is one of our highest played win percentage cards outside of Leroy and Cold Blood, which don't count. So we really want to find our pigs and make sure we can protect it, make sure we can snowball some advantage to get the victory. SI7, classic rogue card, we don't really need to say too much about that. The 4-drops, Elven Minstrel, really helps you to grind out a game, helps you pick up a lot of those really high impact cards in the late game. And I guess this is the advantage of only playing the 2 Fireflies in the deck, is our Minstrels are finding quite a lot of very high value targets. Faldori Strider, this is going to allow us to really grind quite a lot with that Elven Minstrel. It gives us a lot of value over time. You know, if we can run into board clears and know that our board might get filled back up. But yeah, Feldorei Strider, a fantastic card, and we're looking to play this on turn 4 most games. At the end here, we've got the 2 Vile Spines, we've got the Leroy for the finisher, we've also got Myra's Unstable Elements, so we've got the preps so we can kind of get our hand nice and low, cast this for cheap, draw our whole deck. You know, we've got cards like Cold Bloods, we've got Leroy, we've got Shadow Steps, we've got Eviscerates. When we do Myra's, we do have a lot of reach that we can draw. I imagine that's the idea of the card. We could also vomit a whole bunch of spiders into play. But I imagine the idea behind Myra's is kind of a last-ditch effort to kind of draw a bunch of answers and close out the game in the next, 1 to 2 turns, or maybe even on that turn. So that's the deck. Like I said, we're certainly no Tempo Rogue expert, but this is going to be a lovely jumping into the deep end for us. So let's hope that if we can get some nice learns, we can learn how to play the deck, and secondly, maybe we'll get some wins. So let's jump in. Okay. We face Mechajaraxxus. We should probably watch our backs. So we're going to keep our Van Cleef and our Firefly. Obviously, this is one of our higher played win rate cards, especially against Zoolock. They might struggle to answer a big statted Van Cleef, or it may cost them too many resources to answer it. Against Evenlock, Van Cleef is slightly worse, but we do have a Vile Spine. Never mind. Never mind. So one thing we might keep an eye out for just for this game is how this game looks if we don't have Firefly. Please don't be a 4/4 killer, Seth. Okay. So we could go for Flame Elemental Cold Blood, knowing that the best answer our opponent has is Soulfire. But then what if they have like a doubling imp next turn?
Choose soon.
Love Emrakul the Aeon's Torn. Well, that's a good one to like. Actually, Emrakul the Promised End is pretty far up there. I really like that card. Unfortunately, it was maybe a bit too... Only a 2/2 doubling imp. Unfortunately, it was a bit good for standard. Is there any way to save our beautiful flame imp? Don't think so.
Here we
But getting in for 10 seems okay with the extra 8 damage. Once again, let's hope our opponent doesn't have like a buffed Saronite Chain Gang. Could be it.
in the light's
No,
name.
it's this one. What do you got?
Someone call
4/3 Voodoo Doll. How many Happy Ghouls? Got some Happy Meals?
I wonder.
What am I going to do here? We can, like, coin SI7.
So many options.
the This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Sucks to kind of use the coin there. But I think we want to save this Vile Spine. Just a tad. Temporal Eddie, so glad you're streaming right now. It's exactly what I needed. You needed to watch an average Hearthstone player fumble around with a deck that they don't know how to use. I'm glad that I could supply that very specific thing for you, Eddie. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by the chat. If you're watching on YouTube, of course, we do stream all of our videos here. Tommy_wave over on Twitch. Oh, come on. Show me the fan. Show me the fan of love. No, just the Vile Spine of hatred.
So many options.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
So this also kind of gives us an enabler for this Vile Spine. But I think what we really want to do is go like Shiv SI7 Van Cleave. I'm just gone full on face here. Did we win? We got 3, 4, 10, 11, 12. So I don't think so. 3, 4, 10, 12. Well, that's pretty good, hey.
Ha, this guy's toast.
You soon.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
What are we dead to here? 2 Soulfires. Whoa, Hooked Reaver. Was not expecting that, boy.
Hey, lights out. Hey, lights out.
Still dead to double Soulfire, still dead to Doomguard Soulfire, but that's pretty risky. Hooked Reaver in Zulok.
Your magic shall not save you.
So this is an interesting one.
Why do you call?
Well, there's a Soulfire. Second Spellbreaker.
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
It's just so with this. This is truly a clencher. You're absolutely right, Nord. Clenching every part of my body. Our opponent has 2 shots at a Soulfire, Doomguard, Even some combination of like, oh, Leroy, of course. The beard is clenched. Don't be Saranite Chain Gang. Oh, great. Leroy Jenkins.
Hey, lights out.
Whew. That was a really close one. I don't know if we navigated that game correctly at all. Temporo versus Zoo Lock. Oh well, GG. Okay. Here we are in the Rogue Mirror. If you've been watching me for a while, you know that mirrors are one of my least favorite things. Just because we're not the most confident person. I think it's easy for us to... Oh my gosh, lucky us. I think it's easy for us to get outplayed. And I'm happy to admit that I get outplayed in these mirrors pretty regularly. But that's what it's all about. It's all about learning. I think we'll just dagger here. Happy with that. Yeah, I think we're just happy to learn. You know, Rogue coming into the Witchwood season was one of my least played classes. So I don't really want to play this Flame Elemental, so we have a combo enabler for the SI7. So I think we'll just re-dagger here. I'm not sure if this is a situation where we're supposed to cycle the Fan of Knives. But if this is a true mirror, we might be able to get something out of the fan.
Welcome to my web.
Alright. If I went with the first spider, I can't imagine that's good for us. Yeah, can't imagine that it's terribly good for us. Reality Smasher would be another good card to add in Hearthstone. You think adding a 5 mana 5/5 charge? I don't know how you represent trample, like the Knuckles effect. This isn't feeling great, fam. We've unfortunately missed... Seems like we've missed a couple of like low drop spells. We've drawn a lot of these kind of higher drop combo cards, whereas we'd rather be hitting like those Hench Clan Thugs and Faldorais, or be able to have some lower cost spells to go with these beautiful boys. Well, Shiv's pretty good.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
So we got a prep here. So we could do something like dang. He shredded our Cold Blood's not here, not theirs. Huh. Wonder what list they could be on. Okay. This is gonna be pretty hard to kill. So let's I think we'll prep this fan.
There once was a man from Gilneas. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Hopefully this eats a Vile Spine. Maybe we should have Shadow Stepped this Elven Minstrel to try and hit our own Vile Spines if we value them highly in the matchup. Now we're kind of a bit in the water. We might have to go for this Myra. I guess this... If we draw both Valdori Striders, we can put a bunch of spiders in the deck. And we just draw them all next turn.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Hell, this guy's toast.
Yeah, wow. Ziliax.
Welcome to my web. Welcome to my web.
Maybe we should have kept this and dag it up instead. So that we have like a combo enabler if we draw a Vile Spine. Oh, Espionage, Steel Rogue. One. Oh my gosh, you're kidding me.
Cards.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go. Choose.
Job done.
I guess we have a board. If our opponent does a lot to answer the board, we have a Strider to get everything back. Like just one Strider represents a massive amount of stats, but those stats can't attack next turn. They have to attack the turns after. We gotta get rid of these things on the board. Oh no, they don't have Cold Bloods, right?
Hey, lights out. Welcome to my web.
Here we go.
I think we will play the Spider. Just it does mean that our opponent is like they shouldn't remove any of our board because we're just gonna fill it back up. But we could also just die. Oh, that's like the worst. That's like the worst case scenario. Now we can't even attack. So we take 2, then we're gonna take 3.
An
Take 2 to 6, take 1 to 5, take 3 to 2. Yep. Hope our opponent doesn't draw some sick academic espionage card. What's your favorite Eldrazi? My favorite Eldrazi? Got the Eviscerate. Yep. So, unfortunate that they had the Valyria there. That was really good. But I think we still would have struggled to kind of close that game out. But well played to our opponent.
I will fight with honor.
Okay. Fighting with honor here, up against the paladin. I think we might keep this backstab. I really like backstab against odd paladin. I think they try and hide a lot of minions behind taunts. But 1 extra shot at a firefly does seem pretty important. We'll hedge a little bit here. This slightly conservative mulligan. Oh, that fan. Come on. Show me the odd stuff. There we go. Finally started playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Got through the tutorial in 1 game. Awesome. Let me know if you're enjoying it. Let me know how you feel, like the difference between Hearthstone and Magic the Gathering Arena. Let me know how you feel about that, because I've got some opinions. I'm now qualified scuba diver. That was my last weekend of like getting qualified. That's so awesome. I've never gone scuba diving and probably never will, because I have a crushing fear of the crushing deep. A fear of the deep.
The light dims, but we fight.
Can you trade cards on Arena? No, unfortunately not. Big sad face. Worst result here is if they have the, like, the hammer that gives them all Divine Shield. Best case scenario, they have another 1-drop. An Acris Veteran. Okay, feeling okay about this. This was a very much face your fears thing for me. Did you also, you weren't big on diving or anything like that? What made you want to, like, face those fears and do it, I guess? My ex would be very scary for you then. When I said, "Is your ex the crushing deep?" Are you a former sailor, Dark Rituals? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I used to be married to the sea. What are we doing here? Maybe coin, minstrel, abyss.
I wonder.
There once was a man from Gilneas.
Just put some damage on that. Means that they can't divine Blessing of Might, get a nice trade in. Been chilling all weekend playing Hearthstone. I'm pretty iffy in water in general. Confined breathing thing's also freaky. I don't know, just gotta do things eventually, you know. Yeah, I kind of vibe you. I mean, I just don't think I'm gonna be the person who will, like, ever go, like, scuba diving and stuff like that.
Who goes there?
Here we go.
This guy's toast.
Not 100% on this. Once again, this is... I feel like this is a deck that is really going to struggle against Vine Cleaver.
Reporting for duty.
Got a level up here.
Handle it.
Raid Leader. There's that Blessing of Might. Alright, let's see that fan. Nope.
Folks, who goes there?
Here we go.
Do I eviscerate one of these guys? No. Leave it. Saw a bunch of whales from the boat on the way to Rotnest Island. Is it Rotnest Island? Rotnest Island? And saw a dolphin while in the water. Oh my gosh.
Hooray for the deep water having all the scary stuff. Oh my god, scary.
Scary like dolphins. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Whales and dolphins and... oh my gosh. Lucky, lucky boy. That's really cool, dude. I'm so proud of you for doing something that was a little... was scary. Doing scary stuff is tough. I want to Vile Spine that.
So
Maybe I should
many
just sap it.
options.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Here we go.
Ha, this guy's toast.
Get all of these damn recruits out of here. Rotnest, yeah. That's really cool. Yeah, I know I've definitely... I think I kind of get the vibe that you're on. I mean, one of the reasons that I use the name Tommy Wave is because I loathe being called Tommy, or I used to. Now it's actually a lot easier to deal with. Ooh. I do like that.
Here we go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Hey,
Turn that corner nice and quick. Opponent has to have answers for these that don't... like, answer all of these, not take damage from answering all of them, otherwise we kill them with Leroy Eviscerate. Some kind of taunt, like level up would be quite good. In fact, if they had, like, Lost in the Woods level up, that would be a very good way for them to stabilize. That's why we diversified our threats! Come on. Come on. There's the level up. Trade 7 you.
Time's up. Let's
Give my beautiful pig son
hey,
a little bit of action. Nice. Wow. I think our opponent probably had a pretty awkward draw there. But we hit both of our Fan of Knives, which is very important. I think we played that one pretty well as we could, but I'd love to see the data on that matchup because it feels like one we might struggle in. Anyway, let's take a look at the deck. Ultimately, I don't really have much to say about it. Everything felt like it had a place. We didn't really get to see the Shivs in action, But the only thing I will say, and I don't know if it's just a low sample size for the hands that we got, but the some of the combos were a bit hard to enable. I feel like that's why this Firefly has such a high mulligan win rate, because it gives you presence on the board and a combo enabler later on. So then again, we also didn't hit a lot of those preparations outside of the first game, so that could have been why. It could just be a bad sample size, but we still managed to get some wins, still managed to learn a little bit about how Tempo Road plays. So big shout out to Blizzard for posting this one up. Even bigger shout out to your boy Flux Flashaw for sharing these around, chucking these up over on Hearthstone. If you are watching the video on YouTube, you can find a link over to the deck in the description. Go over there, give it a nice +1, leave a lovely thoughtful comment, as I know you will. And also my details are down there as well, including a link over to Twitter. That's the best place to catch me, at Tommy_Wave. Or you can contact me here on Twitch, or you can join the Wave Pool, the Tommy Wave Discord that is down there. Still just nice and new, getting lots of content out there. You can stay there for updates. Until next time, stay safe, stay wavy, and do something that scares you. There you go. Have a good one. Bye. I hope you enjoyed that video. Check out other ones over here, or come subscribe to the Wave Pool for more excellent times.